Well, Calamityville is an all-hazards disaster training site. So here we work on responding to extraordinary events, natural disasters, terrorism, man-made disasters, and that sort of thing. The site here allows us the opportunity to really get into that situation and practice those skills and learn some lessons on the training ground before we have to learn it in real life. And here we can integrate the medical personnel, the fire department personnel, military, law enforcement, rescue, federal agencies, all these different agencies that will have responsibilities during disaster.
Our mission is to teach people how to respond in a disaster situation. So we're medical education. It's to be able to apply the knowledge from emergency medicine, but in a disaster setting. And the Calamityville Tactical Laboratory really is set up to provide as austere an environment as possible to work in. So now you've got limited supplies, you've got the knowledge that you've got, we put you in situations that really pushes the limit of your ability to perform. There's some large training centers throughout the United States. We're the only medically centered training center for disaster response in the United States.
This is a simulation of a natural disaster that's occurred, and what we've got here is a tornado which has come through the area, left dozens of casualties, and this event is a chance to train and test our ability to respond to those kinds of large mass casualty events where you've got a lot of patients that are wounded and victims that you have to care for all at once. When you have so many of them that they overwhelm the local resources available to you.
And the idea with some of what we're doing here is we have cameras to watch the events and to record them. As well, we do some data collection for locations so that we can track them and use that information from a remote location to see things in real life without actual cameras. We have put some of the RFID tags on the paramedics that came off the helicopters, as well as we put some on the 2 litters in the field, as well as one of the first responders to assist them. And having all that data, we can see how the data works in the field at Calamityville as they get off the helicopter, go to the casualties, and see what's going on.
The training here today is very good training on handling multiple patients with numerous styles and different kinds of injuries, going from minor scrapes, bruises, ankle injuries, all the way up to serious trauma, handling in awkward positions like the high verticals and whatnot.
Well, as we've come to realize in the military, and it's the same as in the civilian sector, you want to train like you fight. You want to train like you're doing the real thing. And opportunities like Calamityville, where you can make a very realistic simulation, give you that perfect opportunity to have realism injected into a scenario. And an event like today allows all these different organizations to come together and actually exercise like it's real, so that when the real event goes off and the flag goes up, that we're ready to do our job and save lives. You can do things in a lab, you can do things on a computer, simulating various things, but to actually have the opportunity to hands-on in an environment like this that has the sounds, the smells, the sights, the smoke, the realism, it makes it much more highly effective.